So in this video, I'm going to be going and proving the cosine law of triangles. So here's the cosine law. So this is called the cosine law of triangles. And the law basically says that if you're given a triangle of three sides of length A and B on this side and C on the other side, then if somebody gives you an angle theta, then the cosine law says that the length of C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of the angle theta between A and B side. Now I'm going to prove this, right? So the proof, to understand the proof, I'm just going to draw a bigger triangle to make sure we understand. So here's our triangle. Here's our theta. Here is A. Here is B. Here is C. And the first thing I notice, right, is I'm going to drop a perpendicular line across one so that we have basically a right-handed triangle on two sides. So what is C? C, well, let's call this perpendicular length, right, E, and call this side F, up to here, just up to this base of this triangle right here. So we know that the length of C is nothing more than E squared plus F squared. But what is E in terms of, well, I know the ratio of E to A is sine of theta, right? So that means that E is A sine theta. Squared. So this is E squared. How about F? F is really the full length of B minus this length right here gives me F. So, but what is this length? This is really the ratio of this side to this side is cosine, so this is really A cosine theta. So this full length is B minus A cosine of theta squared. So all we have to do is continue the expansion. So this is really A squared sine squared theta plus, I'm going to square this first term, so this is B squared, and then we're going to square this term, so this is A squared cosine squared theta, and then twice this because this is a product, two elements, right? So this is AB cosine of theta. I'm going to take this term and factor out the sine squared. So this is sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of theta. And we know that this is a trigonometric identity, sine squared theta plus cosine squared, that's equal to 1. So we're left with a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of theta. And so this is straightforward proof for showing that the cosine law of triangles. So what it means, right, is that if somebody gives you a triangle, and we'll put some numbers in here just to make sure you understand. So let's assume this is 3, and we'll make this 7. Okay, and the angle happens to be, let's say, 40 degrees. So the question is, what is the length of here? And let's give it a label of, well, we'll call it C for now. So what is C squared? So this is really A, and this is B. So we have C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine of theta. So this is A squared, which is 3 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 3 times 7 cosine of 40 degrees. And you get back C squared. I won't go through the calculation of this, right? But it's just basically, we can calculate this number, but we can get a value for C as the square root of this whole quantity, which is 3 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 times 3 cosine of 40 degrees. Okay, so this is a quick application of using it in a triangle. Anyway, that's the video.